So I've been asked several times, hey, you gonna get rid of your Can-Am Commander and get the new Can-Am Commander? Well, that's complicated. I wish I had the new Commander, mainly to try out against this one, see if it's quieter and the heat's better. That's the main two complaints I have about this machine. Otherwise, it's been a great machine. So one, there's three reasons we're probably not gonna get one anytime soon. One, I can't find one to even look at. Two, this one's only got about 2,700 miles on it. It's done great. We've had really no issues besides one coolant leak in it. Other than that, it's been pretty good. It sits a little lower than I would like, but it does a good job. And three, I don't think it'll fit in our new toy hauler. So how do I, as much as I'd love to have the new version of this machine, it would be awesome to do a side-by-side test of the two machines. So hey, Can-Am, if you want to send me a new one of these, let me know. Anyway, how do you keep this thing relevant? How do you keep yourself interested in the machine? Well, what I've been doing, the new machine's got lots of bells and whistles. I think the suspension's quite a bit better on it compared to this machine. But what I did do to this is I put a 2.5-inch lift kit on it. I think it was made by Super ATV. So far, so good. I put it on at the beginning of the year. It's been operating flawless. Really helps going over water bars and logs and so on and so forth. If you have one of these Commanders and you don't have that lift kit on it, I highly suggest it. I didn't notice any difference in handling. It's been probably one of the best things I've done to this machine. But there are other things that I'm gonna do to this machine to, kind of spruce it up a little bit. Right now it's pretty dirty. We've been out using it hunting and working in the field. Now in the other video, I mentioned that we may have bought the wrong machine because we wanted kind of a sport machine with utilitarian use. Well, we ditched that darn tonneau cover, and that's really helped the utility part of it. We actually do use it now out in the field. Since I got rid of that thing, it's made a world of difference in how we use this machine. Before, we were kind of hampering ourselves by keeping that tonneau cover on. Now, mind you, that tonneau cover was pretty nice to keep the dust off of things, but the overall scheme of things, it just really wasn't worth it. So I'm going to show you a couple things that got sent to me that we're going to try out on this machine. Now, KemiMoto had sent some other mirrors that had a convex part on top and they were straight mirrored on the bottom. We used those for quite a while. Then they sent us these. There was kind of a little mix-up. They sent the wrong mounting clamps with them. But I found out, I just set them in a box, hadn't been using them for months. They'd been sitting there because they came with the mounting clamps for, I think, a Polaris. So I just kind of ignored them. But I got to looking and the mount was pretty much the same as the mounting clamps on the first set of mirrors they sent. So I just threw them on here. These ones are convex the whole way down. Got a slight convex to them. You don't see quite as much with these ones, but I like them better. That convex on the top part, after you rode it for about 20 minutes, you could get used to it, but us Americans are used to, if we have got a convex mirror, it's usually on the bottom. So those were a little hard to adjust to. I like these mirrors quite a bit better. They do fold out of the way with, if you hit tree branches and whatnot, they just fold out of the way. And you can adjust the tightness of that underneath here. Good breakaway mirrors. I do like these better than the first set they sent me. Now let's look at the other thing they sent. I haven't opened this yet. This is a storage bag, I think, for behind the rear seats. I'm not real sure. I asked for a couple cup holders. They sent one. If you've got one of these Can-Ams, you'll know that the cup holders right above the engine, unless you're trying to keep hot coffee in there, they're completely useless. Just anything you put in there is going to get roasting hot. So I think this is going to be a good addition to put up on the roll bar or something and keep a water jug in. Now, KemiMoto, I hope I'm saying your name right, just sent me these things. They didn't pay me to do any of this. They just sent them, hey, we want to try these out for us and give us a review. So that's what we're doing here. Now, in all fairness, they sent one of these earlier, and I don't know where the shipping company sent it to. Said it was delivered, but it wasn't delivered here. Looks like some pretty straightforward instructions. Okay, we'll see how hard this is to do by yourself. I do see one problem. I think we can overcome it. This netting that's up here is going to be kind of in the way of the straps, but I think we can work around it. There's the style of straps it comes with. I've had fairly good luck with these. I was kind of hoping they were Velcro, but these work just fine. Sort of long straps. You could go around to something really big with those. So there we go. Took me, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes to throw that in, if that. The straps are plenty long. Now if you have a really wide rig, now this is a fairly wide rig itself, but you know, if you need to stretch that between two posts on a rig that's even wider, you've got plenty of room to do that. I think it's going to work out pretty well. It seems fairly snug up there. We'll take it out for some test rides out hunting. It's got plenty of storage pockets in it. This one looks like it'd be great to put some sunglasses in, maybe some binos in there. I don't know, we'll figure out how we'll store stuff. We've always kind of wanted a little more storage like this inside to keep things a little drier instead of out in the bed. So I think this is going to work pretty good. Good spot to stick a cell phone or something. Oh yeah, lots of storage. Well, thanks KemiMoto. We'll take this out, throw some hunting gear in it, and see what we think. That's one thing, no matter which brand of UTV you get, unless you've somehow got a really airtight cab, these things are going to be dusty all the time. So this would be a good spot to keep your gloves, glasses, cell phone, all that kind of stuff would be excellent back here. And this far back underneath the cab, it shouldn't get wet. Well, at least not too bad anyway. Depends on how many big puddles you find. Almost forgot about the cup holder. Let's see if we can find a good spot to put this. The problem on this side is I got a camera mount, the windshield, and then when in the winter I put the other windshield on. These mirrors, this side's already kind of loaded. The only complaint so far I'm going to have about these is we mainly use these, I think these are 40-ounce water bottles. One, I don't think they're going to go in here very good. And two, I'm not sure they're going to be deep enough to hold those in there. I don't know, it might. This might surprise me. I just now noticed that it's got a little cubby in there to stick extra stuff in. Maybe a charging cable. Yeah, it's going to work better over on this side. I don't have that extra cabling and camera mount over on this side. So there we go. Work good for these smaller jugs and water bottles.